Hello everyone. It's your buddy Robo. Welcome to my new After Effects tutorial. Before we begin, please subscribe, like and share my channel. So let's see what I will be showing you how to create today. Jump into After Effects and create a new composition. We'll use the preset 1080p hdtv at 24 frames per second. The duration for the animation is 5 seconds. Next, let's import the logo and background texture. Simply drag them into the Projects tab. Select the logo and drag it into the timeline. Let me adjust this window size. Select the logo layer and press S for scale. Adjust this accordingly. Then make sure that it is positioned at the center of the composition. Now select the logo layer. Right-click and pre-compose. Rename this to logo. Make sure the Move All Attributes is selected and press OK. Next, select this background image and drag it into the timeline. Place it below the logo comp. Next, press S to open scale and adjust it accordingly. Now, select the background image and pre-compose it. Rename it to texture and press OK. Then select the logo comp and press Ctrl+D to duplicate it. Turn off the bottom copy and rename it to shadow. Select the top logo layer. Head over to the Effects and Presets tab and look for the gradient ramp. Apply this effect to the comp. Now we'll need to change the ramp color to match the colors of the background. In the ramp effect, set the start color to 1B4A69 hex code. For the end color, set its hex code to 8FB5BB. You might need to find a color that matches the background you will use. Then, increase the blend with original value to 26%. Next, we need to color correct the background. Select the texture comp. Then go to Layer, Color Correction and choose the Curves effect. Now adjust the graph for the RGB channel like this. Now switch to the green channel and tone it down just a tiny bit. This looks better. Now select the logo comp. Then head over to the Effects and Presets tab. Look for the Emboss effect and drop it on the comp. Let's adjust some settings. But before, let's zoom in a little bit. Now set the relief value to 5.0. Then increase the blend with original value to 85%. Again, head over to the Effects and Presets tab. Look for the Bevel Alpha effect and drop it into the Effects Control tab. Now change the edge thickness value to 4.50. For the light angle, set it to -86 degrees. Increase the light intensity value to 0.72. Again, head over to the Effects and Presets tab. Look for the CC Light Sweep effect and apply it to the logo comp. Then, change the direction to -37 degrees. Click on this icon and set the center of the light sweep here. We'll use this center value to animate the light sweep later on. Now select the shadow comp. Turn its visibility back on by clicking here. Head to the Effects and Presets tab and look for the Fill effect. Apply it to the shadow comp and change the fill color to black. Now look for the CC Radial Blur effect. Apply it to the shadow comp. Change the blur type to straight zoom, then increase the amount to 13. Now, place the center of this effect here. We will animate this center value together with the light sweep. This will make our animation realistic. Next, select the shadow comp and press T to view the opacity. Set the opacity value to 72%. Now go to the 2 seconds mark. Select the logo comp. In the Effects Control tab, scroll down to the Light Sweep effect. Click on this icon and place the center point here. Click on the stopwatch icon to add a keyframe. Then move the time marker to the 4 seconds mark and move the center point like this. Now let's animate the shadow direction. Select the shadow comp. Then in the Effects tab under the radial blur effect, click on the center position icon. Place this point here. Then click the stopwatch icon to add a keyframe for the center at the 2 seconds mark. Now move the time marker forward in time to the 4 seconds. Then move this radial blur position marker like this. Next, select all these layers. Right-click on them and choose Pre-Compose. Rename this to Main Logo. Make sure to select the Move All Attributes option and press OK. The logo looks too dull. Let's brighten it a little. Open up this Main Logo comp. Select the top logo layer. Then in the Effects Controls tab, adjust the start color of the ramp like this. Then select the end color and brighten it up like this. Next, increase the ramp scatter value to prevent any color bendings that might occur. Finally, lower the blend with original value to 5%. Now select both of these layers. Then press U to view keyframes. Select all keyframes. Right-click on them and select Keyframe Assistant and Easy Ease. Open the graph editor and adjust the graph handles like this. As seen here, I have 2 logo layers. The bottom one is the layer we had renamed to Shadow. For some weird reasons I don't know why it renamed itself. Now go back into Comp 1. Then create a new adjustment layer. We'll use this as the controller for our animation. Then head over to the Effects and press Tab and look for the slider controls. Then drop 2 instances of this effect to the adjustment layer. I've renamed this layer to Controls for tutorial purposes. Rename these slider controls effects to Position and Rotation respectively. To rename layers or effects, just hover on them and hit the Enter key on the keyboard. Now select the main logo layer and make it a 3D layer. If you don't see these switches, simply click here to switch between. Also make the adjustment layer 3D. Select the main logo layer and press P to bring up its position. Hold Shift and press R to open up rotation properties. Now select the adjustment layer and press E to view the slider controls. Now, we are going to parent this position property and the Y rotation to the respective sliders in the adjustment layer. Now press down the Alt key and click on this stopwatch icon. Then type in this expression. You can find this expression in the video description below. Now, select the Y rotation. Press Alt and click on the stopwatch. In the expression window, type in this. Select the pen tool. Then with the main logo layer selected, draw random masks on it. Make sure to end the mask path by clicking on the start point. Now select the selection tool. You can click here or press V on the keyboard. Then select the main logo layer and press M to view the masks. Select mask 1, then click on edit and duplicate it. Now set mask 2 to inverted. This will bring back the whole composition. Now if you zoom in, you will see some black lines. With this we will use to break up the different fragments into masks. Then ultimately the masks to layers. Let's increase the size of these lines. Open up the mask 1 and mask 2. Then change the mask expansion size for mask 1 to -2 pixels. For mask 2, change it to 2 pixels. Now, you can see that the line size has increased. Next let's make this fragments into masks. Select the main logo composition. Then click on layer, then auto trace. Ensure the channel is set to alpha. The tolerance should be 2 pixels. Minimum area 1 pixel. Threshold 50%. Corner roundness to 0%. Then press OK. As you can see, the paths have been traced over. And masks have been created for each fragment. Select the main comp and press M to view masks. Select mask 1 and 2, then delete them. Then select the remaining masks by pressing Shift and selecting mask 3 and then the last mask. Then set the mode to add. This will add the masks back into the composition. Now as you can see, there are still these paths. Let's remove them by increasing the mask expansion size to 4.5 pixels for all these masks. Let's make these masks into layers. But before, let's close this main logo layer. Let's make some room so that you can see clearly. Now with the main logo selected, click on File. Then on Scripts. Then click on Run Script File. Select the Mask to Layers JavaScript file and press OK. You can find a link to the file in the video description below. Wait for it to do its magic. As you can see, all the masks have been converted into layers. We can now animate these mask layers using the controller layer we had created earlier. Selecting the controller layer. Turning up the position, you can see the fragments moving in Z space. This is the effect we are going for. But this still looks lame right now. Let's make it even more cool. Let's first reset these 2 slider values. We need a camera for this. Just click on Layer, New, then Camera. Select the 24mm preset and press OK. Then move the time indicator marker to the start of the timeline. My bad. Let's first move it to the 2 seconds mark. Then select the controller layer, click on these stopwatch icons to add keyframes. Then go back to the first frame and set the rotation and position values to 120 and -1500 respectively. Let's create a background. Click on Layer. New, then Solid. Rename this solid to BG. We won't mind the color as we are going to apply a color gradient to it. Select this BG layer and place it below the last mask layer. Then look for the gradient ramp effect and drop it on the BG layer. Now for the start color, grab this eyedropper tool and select this color. Do the same for the end color. Then make the start color a little bit darker. Adjust the end color also. Next we need to create a light. Click on Layer, New and select Light. Set the light type to parallel. Intensity should be 200%. For the color, grab the logo color using the eyedropper. Make sure the cast shadows is selected and press OK. Place this light layer above all the other layers. Select this point light layer and press P to view its position property. Then position it as follows. As you can see, the light layer is casting shadows on these fragments. This just adds more character to the animation. Next, select the adjustment layer. This was the controller layer before. Then press U to view the keyframes. Move the time marker to the start time of there. Then change the rotation slider value to 145. For the position, set it to about -2000. Select all these keyframes. Right-click on them and select Keyframe Assistant, then Easy Ease. Open the graph editor and adjust the graph handles as follows. Now select the light layer. Pressing Shift on the keyboard, scroll down to the bottom layer and select it. This will select all layer. Now right-click and choose Pre-Compose. Rename this to Final. Make sure to select the Move All attributes and then press OK. Now position this view window at the middle. Also create some space. Right-click on the timeline. Select New and choose Solid. Make sure the solid is black in color and press OK. Select the rectangular tool. Then turn on the title action safe by clicking here. Now with the black solid layer selected, draw a rectangular mask like this. Use these lines as guides. Then check the inverted box beside the Mask 1 option. You could also change its mode from Add to Subtract. Then turn off the title action safe. The background looks too bright. Let's fix it. Go into the Final Comp. Scroll down to the BG layer. Select it and then in the Effects control window, darken both the end and start colors. Next, select the camera layer. Open up the camera options and make sure the depth of field is turned on. Now go back into the Comp 1. Our animation is complete. Please share and subscribe to my channel. You can also grab the project files from Patreon. Thanks for watching and I will see you next time.